morning and welcome to Hungary Report, starting with public media and one's foreign language news hour. I'm Csenga Gabriela Ibolya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. Commemorations for the 30th anniversary of the Pan-European picnic continued in Sopron. The conference participants emphasized that everything that happened at the Hungarian-Austrian border on August 19, 1989 played a very important role in the transformation of Eastern Europe as well as the unification of Europe. Concerts and family events have also been organized to help young people get to know and understand the events of 30 years ago.
Masses of East German citizens came to the border at Sopron and questioned peacefully where they should go. This is how the Hungarian television reported about Pan-European picnics 30 years ago. The picnic was organized for a united Europe without borders, and eventually, the 19th of August 1989 became one of the turning points in the change of regime. Huge crowds gathered to the news of the temporary opening of the Austrian-Hungarian border on both sides. More than 600 East Germans crossed the border and entered the Free West with Hungarian help in less than 3 hours. Commemorations to mark the events happened 30 years ago are held all weekend in Sopron. 30 years ago, the patron of the Pan-European picnic was Otto Habsburg, whose message was read aloud by his daughter, Princess Walburga. In his letter, Otto Habsburg said that he hoped St. Stephen's people would return to the European community. Therefore, he promised to do his best in the European Parliament. The fall of the Berlin Wall was also commemorated. Minister of the Prime Minister's office said that he was only 8 years old in November in 1989, but then children also understood that the good had won. The change of regime was the positive aspect that transformed this continent in 1989 and in 1990. This is what defines our lives to this day. That is why Germany is a united country, and Hungary and the other countries of the Central European region live in freedom. And this is also the reason why we are members of the European Union as well, the minister said. Several Trabants have now been exhibited in Sopron. In addition to the barbed wire, the German automobile was another symbol of the era. At the opening of the border in 1989, many of these cars were abandoned by those migrated west. Some of these cars have now been refurbished. On Monday, on the day of the anniversary, the German Chancellor will also visit Sopron, and together with Prime Minister Viktor Orbán, they will attend an ecumenical church service and give speeches at the city's Lutheran church, which will be broadcast live by N1 News Channel.
The central events of the National Day celebrations of August 20th have begun in Budapest. In the morning, the Avenue of Hungarian Flavors opened, while concerts last till late at night by the tunnel before Chain Bridge, and music is also played at the Várkert or Castle Garden. Meanwhile, Tuesday's fireworks preparations have also come to an important point, as bombs are already being installed on the Chain Bridge. It is important that this year the location of the fireworks was moved further south, so that the section between Parliament and Elizabeth Bridge will be the best viewpoint. Organisers explained that pressing a single button could halt the show if that was a problem, but it seems the weather will be lovely for the evening.
Most of the firework bombs have already been placed in their launch tubes. The different projectiles and rockets are lined up on the Chain Bridge and placed in exact order by numerical codes. Over the next 2 days, pyrotechnicians will wire more than 6,000 pyrotechnic elements using a total length of about 55 kilometers of cables. The bombs will explode to the beat of a musical background consisting of only Hungarian songs. The organizers have prepared more than 26,000 visual effects this year. The fireworks will start with a push of a classic red button, and it can be stopped with another button. In fact, we can not only stop the fireworks, but separate elements can also be halted if anything goes wrong, the leading pyrotechnician said. According to forecasts, there won't be rain and wind during the festive long weekend. Therefore, organizers expect around 200,000 spectators on site. The fireworks start at 9 p.m. and will last about 30 minutes.
Even at the opening moments, the crowd was swarming at the Avenue of Hungarian Flavors, and it remained the same throughout the day. This year, you can get acquainted with traditional cuisine from various landscapes of the Carpathian Basin. And as usual, you can taste the nation's cake as well as the nation's sugar-free cake at the event too.
Sausages made from duck and marjoram are prepared in a giant pan. The Palóc potato pie is made on a cast iron stove, and the betyár soup of Nagykörös is cooked in a pot. 150 exhibitors from all over the Carpathian Basin offer their food on the Street of Hungarian Flavors. The women from Nagymuzsa show those interested step by step how to make the ribbon donut filled with plum jam. And the recipe for sokat beans of mohács cooked in a crock pot can be read by anyone and taken home as well. Those can have a great gastronomic experience who taste the legendary mutton stew of Kartag. This unique cast-iron casserole dish has been one of the Hungaricums since 2013. Those interested can taste the cake of Hungary and its sugar-free version on the Street of Hungarian Flavors for the first time. St. Stephen's Day bread and lucky bags are also a great success. The slow food movement also gained a special place at the event. Its members are committed to preserving tradition and gastrocultural diversity. Here visitors can taste the famous plum jam of Nosvaj, which is made without sugar and is so thick that a spoon can stand straight up in it. This is one of the finest salamis in the world. It's made from grey cattle and had an exclusive ranking at an international competition. The Association of the Street of Hungarian Flavors organizes the event for the 10th time this year, which is visited by tens of thousands of people every year. We wanted to show the country its own gastronomy and its values. Our aim was to present the regions of the Carpathian Basin and the gastronomic culture of the nationalities living there in the most colorful and the rich way possible, the organizer said. Visitors can enjoy concerts by the Beatrice, along with Deákbél Gyula, the Hooligans, and the Cheek Band. In addition to the Street of Hungarian Flavors, the Festival of Folk Crafts in Budakeszi awaits visitors on Monday and on the 20th of August as well.
A medical team separating the Siamese twins from Bangladesh has arrived home. We've talked about it several times on M1 that no one else in the world could have done the series of surgeries they've had over the last 2 years. They said one of the little girls was fine, eating, talking, smiling and wanting to play with her twin sister.
With the help of more than 100 doctors and after 55,000 working hours, the Bangladeshi Siamese twins were separated successfully. The team of the Action for Defenseless People Foundation returned from Bangladesh on Sunday morning. At the beginning of August, they finally separated the common brain-nerve pathway of the little girls who had been conjoined at their skulls and brains. The risky surgery lasted more than 30 hours. It was conducted by neurosurgeon András Csókai. It was very tightly attached to a very large area, so let's say with the tendrils in the brain, it was a very difficult situation, the doctor explained. It was at the end of 2017 when the Hungarian doctors agreed to separate the twins. 21 months of planning preceded the surgery. Marcel Csapadi, head of the anesthesiology team, said that the Hungarian surgical procedure is a global sensation. The first time we pushed the beds next to each other and Rabea started to look for Rukaya's hand, she took hold and squeezed Rukaya's hand, and when Rabea first said that she wanted to play with Rukaya, these are the moments when you think it was worth it to cry, worth fighting for, the doctor said. Rabea already eats, smiles and talks, but her sister Rukaya still has viral fever. According to the doctors, even though the children have endured a great deal, we must still pray for them. One of the largest Hungarian health and humanitarian undertaking in the last 100 years has been realized with the separation. However, the process is not over yet, with many more procedures still in coming off for the girls.
The Híradó Fair is open for visitors until Tuesday evening. Next to the famous 9-hole bridge, 250 merchants brought their different products. The former animal fair is now a gathering of artisans with no lack of shepherds and traditional shepherd foods. Along with the fair, visitors can admire the World Heritage National Park as well. Nordic walking is a real mass sport. It can be done by all the people or those who are not in perfect physical shape, as it aids in movement coordination and does good for the joints. During the long weekend, the lovers of walking gather in Abaúj Szánto, where they can take part in many colourful programs besides the long walks in the forest. They can practice yoga, listen to lectures on healthy living, while in the evenings enjoy music and dancing before the next day's walk. And that's all for now, but don't forget you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 p.m. news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.
Kész. Aha. Nézd, mennyi vízre van szükséged.